educating.
The educational system in Ghana lacks direction.
Educating. I wish you can see my leg right now. Don't forget, we are still on the one-legged education system. And this is being inspired with stories from Africa with your host, Betty Osei-Bunsu. From last week's episode, we're talking about the one-legged education system and what is being taught in school has in correlation to the field of work. Education doesn't teach somebody how to make money, but how to be an employee or have this kind of professional working experience like being a doctor, being an engineer, those fixed ones. However, the middle ones, just imagine me like this. I am standing here and doing the inspired stories of Africa. Nobody taught me how to do this. But thankfully, we have specialized universities like maybe GIG for individuals that are into communication and other specialized schools. But however, those schools that offer the general intake and decide to give you the course they want, how are we able to put things well? And that we're talking about today. I know we all have to get education. We have to, because being dumb is not a good idea for anybody. But don't forget that no matter the amount of degree or prof or certificate you get for yourself, it doesn't promise you a bed of roses or it doesn't promise you a mansion. So let's learn to produce more successful students than educated students. Today, it's straight to the point. No curves, no crooked. And we are on the one-legged education system. We'll be hearing from Sandra from the northern region of Ghana on how her experience has been with education and how she has been able to maneuver her way through. Sandra, let's hear from you.
For me, I would say I'm a very lucky person. My dad is late. He died when I was in primary school, but my mom she was just that person that didn't really interfere much with my educational decisions. She just allowed me to choose whatever course I wanted to stay. It's like she really believed and trusted me. So that's it. So all throughout my education, it was just always me who had to choose, and she would just support it. It's like
pause. Wow, yes. This brings me to all our parents. Please help the children, help us, because it will surprise you that most of us going into universities or going to study some courses, we really don't know about them. We really don't even know what we are going to study. It's just our colleagues who maybe somebody has also spoken to them and they decided that, okay, I'm going to become a medical doctor or I'm going to do this course. Then we also tag along and say, okay, I will also join you and go and do this course with you. There's this famous song, Follow the Ladder. Follow the ladder. That's what we are doing though. Please, let's learn to help the students. Let's learn to teach them or make them research into the courses before they go and study them in the universities.
My name is Sandra Bukeyo-Mainso. I'm from Bogatanga in the Upper East region of Ghana, and I studied biotechnology and molecular biology at the University for Development Studies, Tamale, Ghana. That was in my primary school days up until my junior high school. When one of our teachers had posed a question what we wanted to be in future, and all the cool kids in my class said they wanted to be medical doctors. And when I say the cool kids, I mean the high achieving kids in my class, the smart kids in my class. And I was also a smart student, so I just also wanted to be a cool kid. And then I said I wanted to be a medical doctor. And so I just took my studies in science and maths very serious. I studied general science at the senior high school. And in my university applications, I chose medicine as my first choice in all the universities I applied to. But quite unfortunately, I couldn't get the opportunity to study medicine. I got a different program altogether to study. Okay, so initially, when I was given the biotechnology and molecular biology program, I didn't know what it was about. I wasn't even interested. My initial interest was medicine, so everything about me, like I just tuned my mind towards the medical field. So when I had biotechnology and molecular biology, the first year was a real struggle for me. I didn't really put in as much as I should in my first year, but subsequently in my second, third, and final year, I suddenly had to develop some interest in the program. And yeah, so subsequently, I just had to pick some interest in the program. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it worked out so well for me. I've even seen like I'd even developed like so much interest in the program in such a way that I'm even grateful that I was given that program in the first place. As part of my mandatory 1-year service to the nation, so I'm currently a research and teaching assistant at the same University for Development Studies. So where I conduct tutorials, I assist in research work, and also assist in administrative duties. Just as I said, I really like the program biotechnology and molecular biology. I like that field. So after my national service, I look forward to enrolling into a graduate program in biotechnology to learn further, and then at the end of the day come back to the country to work in either industry or academia. So it's like I really like what I'm doing right now. So for me, I would say the educational system in Ghana lacks direction. It clearly lacks direction, and it's like students are just given programs based on what the university think it's appropriate for them. So a student applies for a program, the person is not able to get. I mean, biotechnology and molecular biology was never part of the programs I had chosen. So in my story, I'm one of the lucky people that like have come to love the programs we were given. So many people out there are giving programs that they don't even like, but looking at the situation in the country, they have no other option than to take it. So one thing I'll say is that like the educational system in Ghana really needs a proper restructuring, and yeah, so that's what I'll say. And it's in Africa as a whole, I'll just say yes, it needs proper restructuring, and then it needs proper direction. Yeah.
Yes. She hit the nail right on the head. It lacks no direction. Have you seen a car with no steering wheel before? Hey, it's danger. Oh. Have you ever gone to buy wachi, and when you get there, the woman decided to give you rice and you didn't know? You got home only to open it. The kind of disappointment that is going to strike your heart, you'll be so surprised.
Yes, so many of those stories in level 100. Actually, in level 100, I also wanted to leave, but my mom advised against that. She said, since I've already started this journey, I should just put in all my efforts and finish up. I have a friend called Martha in the level 100. She left for China to study chemical engineering. That was what she was really passionate about. So she left the program and went to China to study chemical engineering. And a lot of those stories. Another friend of mine called Rosemary, she left the program and had to go back and rewrite the WASI, the private one. And she had admission to University of Ghana Medical School. She was really passionate about the medicine. So she had to rewrite it again, the exam again. And she finally had admission to University of Ghana Medical School. And so many other stories. So I think, yeah, some of us, we wanted to go at the first year, but you couldn't just go. But there were so many of us that had the opportunities, and then they left without even looking back. In a stories, if there could be proper education about the programs that are run. I mean, at the senior high level, we knew the popular programs. For science students, the popular programs were being a medical doctor, being a pharmacist, being a dentist, being a chemical engineer. But there are so many programs that are being run in the universities right now in the science for the senior high school students don't even know, like forensics science, actuarial science, biotechnology, molecular biology, genetic engineering. So some students actually have interest in those areas, but because they are not aware of the programs that these programs are being run in Ghana, they tend to choose the most popular programs. And if they don't get admission into those programs and they are giving anything else, then they just either have to develop the interest in the program, or they will just have to suffer till they graduate. So I believe that if I were to be in a senior high school and We had people coming around to talk to us about the various programs in the universities. Definitely biotechnology and molecular biology would have been something I would have chosen first rather than going for medicine or any other thing. Yeah. So I think they really needs, like, there should be proper education at our senior high school levels. There could even be the various senior high schools can even set up university counseling or guidance units, and there could be offices that senior high school students could step in and get the right information about how to go about their university applications, the programs they should choose, and all of that. Yeah. So as individuals, what we can do, I believe in the power of seeking for knowledge. So my advice would definitely be to senior high school students. If you're applying to universities, communicate with the current students in the universities. Get to know about their programs. Go onto the university's website. Try to search through the program catalog and try to read more about the programs and identify the programs that you connect with and apply. But don't just apply to the popular programs, because there are a whole lot of programs. There's always a program for someone. That's what I'll say. There's always a program that is made for you, that is designed for you. So just search through properly, do proper research before you put in your university application.
Yes, Sandra. Wow, thank you for that. As she said, students are not aware of the courses being done in school. They just go into it. As institutions, as government bodies, let's learn to create more awareness on the types of courses being offered in school, what they mean to the students, and what kind of experience or what kind of work they could do after that. I think that will shape a lot of student decision into the courses they do and even to the universities. And sometimes it'd be better to go into more specialized universities than going to a general university. You don't know what you are actually going to produce. So this is something very, very important that we should all look at. And yes, she said it's counseling unit. Hey, this is something we don't take notice of. We don't take it at all. Counseling unit, psychiatrist. If you see somebody coming out from the door of that, you think the student is going mad. I spent 4 years at university and I never visited a counseling unit, but I think that is very important for students. Maybe, I'm sure there are a lot of counseling units within universities, but their various roles are not so much highlighted within those universities that students patronize them. So it would be good to increase those avenues. Let students speak to people, what they are going to do, what they are going to do after, because it is really heart weighing on the heart of students, and I think we should all really take note of this. Thank you so much, Sandra. Don't forget you're watching Be With a Daughter and ISA, be inspired with stories from Africa, where passion, values, and environment comes to life. And this is your favorite host, Betty Osei-Bonsu. Next on our episode, we'll be hearing from Bobby Arnold from Nigeria, as he also shares his view on the one-legged education system and how he wanted to become a medical doctor. Let me end the story here. I will continue. Stay tuned. And don't forget to follow us on all the various social media pages. On LinkedIn, it's Be Inspired with Stories from Africa. On YouTube, it's Be Inspired with Stories from Africa. And on Facebook, it's Visa with Betty. Don't forget to leave a very interesting comment and subscribe. Just hit Africa. Gone is tomorrow. Today is here. Achievement to be accomplished. Nothing to fear. You're twice as tall, and it's not too late to take up your rightful position. In the world of years, Africa, get up and hit the wall. With a new zeal to grasp it all. 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 We come together, changing the story.